Hello everyone, and welcome to Development Wala. Today, we're going to talk about what NGOs look for when they are hiring. Working in the development sector doesn't mean it's just a work that you are doing as a job, but it's a calling. It's about compassion, the community you are working in, and definitely the courage it takes to create the change. And there will be a few points which I'm going to discuss it with you. So please bear with me and do watch it till the last. So the first one is mission and values. So the first thing any NGO recruiter will see in you is to look for an alignment with their organization's value and mission. So show that you understand their organization's culture, the values, the ambition and mission they have, and it resonates with your personal values. So the second thing is relevant field experiences and functional experiences. So there are two type of experiences a recruiter will see in you. First one is definitely the field experiences, where they wanted to see whether you will be able to work in the communities with their programs that they are running. And the second thing is functional experiences, which involves your creativity and craft. Let's say fundraising, program management, monitoring and evaluation, etc., etc. So make sure you include a quantitative figure. For example, provided training to 100 plus women in digital literacy. So such kind of quantitative figure defines your the work that you do in community, which comes under field experiences, and then it also defines the kind of work that you do. So digital literacy means you can do work in communication, you have expertise in that domain. The third is adaptability and resilience. So NGO life is dynamic. Plans change, programs changes, funding changes, location definitely changes, and the kind of work you are doing with the community might change over the time. So you have to be ready for anything. You have to be adaptable. You have to accept the uncertain situation, and you should have the knowledge and expertise to work adaptively according to the situations. So example, how you can handle uncertainty. Maybe you stepped up with resources were limited or found new ways to get results. Fourth is technical and digital skills. So this skill is quite very important, no matter whichever working positions you hold or what job application you are applying for. There is kind of digital literacy involved, and you have to either write reports, do some kind of documentation, digital documentation. Maybe you were asked to write meeting minutes online when you are in a remote working position and you have to share it to everyone. There could be a PDF document that you need to make, or a report that you need to show, a presentation you have to give, or even if you are planning something, then there are a lot of tools that you have to use. So it's like you have to be ready for this, and you should show a lot of skills in your CVs, and also while in the interview mention about what experiences, what kind of programs you have done, or any kind of work you have done which involves your digital literacy skills. So recruiters value candidates who can show digital skills and have the capability to work through online tools. It could be Microsoft Suite or Google Suite, Office Suite, or you can be able to manage or may have worked earlier on CRMs. So mention all of those in your interviews, and that would make your interview stronger. So digital skills is quite important in today's era, especially with the AI. There's a lot of AIs. You should possess knowledge about those things as well if you are going to a communication role, or maybe in any kind of IT role within the non-profit sector. So you should have that knowledge about pros and cons, the policies around AIs, how an organization should accept different tools, and what should be the overall idea of using a digital tools in an organization, especially with the communities where you will be working. So now the fifth point is stakeholder and partnership management. So NGO work is rarely done alone. There are different stakeholders who must be involved in the organization you are applying for. It could be a community member or the beneficiary your organization is working on. It could be the government who is providing support or monitoring your organization. It could be the funders who are providing the funds for your projects and programs, and can be anyone who's directly or indirectly linked or related to your organization you are applying for. So keep everything in mind and be ready for any questions which are asked around stakeholders management, and you can do some kind of courses which will give you a better understanding, because as a fresher we don't hold that much of information about different stakeholders, because we don't possess that experience of working with so many people at one time. We may be doing one work specifically regarding something, and we are not involved in so many things. We don't have that kind of knowledge whether how we should interact with different stakeholders. It's always the manager who do this kind of work, and the outreaching officers. But if you're not a fresher, if you have experience, then definitely you have this kind of knowledge of how you interact with your stakeholders. So that's why recruiters always look for people who can communicate easily and comfortably. They have confidence in them and can collaborate effectively and manage relationship with diverse stakeholders. Sixth is genuine motivation and long-term vision. So suppose you have landed into a job and started working, but you end up being so demotivated because you are doing the same thing again and again. This happens with so many people working in NGO sector, especially in rural areas. They tend to do complain about the organization's culture, the life they are having, and they are not much satisfied with their work. But this non-profit sector is so amazing. You get a feeling of self-satisfaction by doing a kind of simple work for the organization. So NGOs are cautious about short tempers. So people who see non-profit work as a stepping stone, and they want candidate who have a genuine long-term interest in social impact and have that confidence. And definitely self-motivation is something you should always have if you are working in an organization. Seventh is cultural and local awareness. So India's diversity is very tremendous. There are different languages, faiths, traditions, and people say like the language changes in every 5 kilometers. So you never know when you are given one work to do in one particular area with one community, and then suddenly over the years or over the time you have to go to a different location and interact with a different community who has their different culture. So you should show your diversity within you. It can be through academic experiences you have or the voluntary experience you have gained. Maybe you travel tremendously across various states or maybe internationally. So try to show that in your interview so that the people should know, or the recruiter should get an understanding about the diversity that you had enjoyed in your life, and you will be comfortable working in different communities or different programs across different areas. So this is one of the most important thing to have. The eighth is professionalism and flexibility. So NGOs want someone who works professionally yet have flexibility. So maybe in one day you were asked to create a budget, but the next day you have to go out in the community to organize an event. So you have to be that flexible for the organization. Sometimes there will be less human resource involved in one work. So you might have to ask jumping in and doing the work for the team. So you have to be flexible on that ground. Learning orientation and growth mindset is the next point. And the best professionals are the learners for life. That's I always tell to all my people around me. And I believe like learning should never stop. You should keep on learning one thing or the other new every day, every time. That will make you a better person. That will give you a better understanding of the work you do and the life as a whole. And recruiters love candidates who have invested in their growth, and they're ready to take up challenges. They do online courses, workshop, volunteering. So within your organization, you may volunteer to do some other work in a different department when you think like they needed some kind of a help. So those kind of mindset and mentality really helps the organization in a larger way, and it helps you personally to grow. So mention any certificates or leadership roles you have taken, and signal curiosity, adaptability, and future leadership potential. Last but not the least is practical preparedness and realism. So recruiters look for candidates who understand the dynamics of the non-profit sector, and they have done a lot of work, traveled in different places, worked with limited resources and challenging conditions, of course. So this kind of thing in your interview that make your profile very strong. And if you're ready for that reality and still excited, that's a green flag. So it shows you are not just idealistic, but grounded and resilient, and the kind of person every NGO wants. So to sum up, working for NGO is about being responsible and kind of watch what you have done, what you have gained throughout the years, and carefully picking out what you need to throw in your interview. So you can show the authenticity, the skills, and just be pure in your heart. you will not only get the job, but you will thrive in it. I'm telling you. So the next time you apply for any NGO role or any job role in the social sector, just always remember the recruiter is not only looking for a candidate who can work, but they're looking for a candidate who can show the values, commitment, and have the courage of care. So thank you everyone for watching the whole video. Hopefully it helped you in preparing for the interviews, and all the best in your future job roles, whatever you are applying in this social sector. And just keep in touch. We will be uploading a lot more videos, and do check out our website, and there is also a community page in the description down link. You can join our WhatsApp group, join us on LinkedIn. So we share a whole lot of things like newsletters for job seekers. We help the job seekers prepare for the job roles through Hallmark program. So every detail will be in the description. Go and check out. Thank you very much.